guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Loveth, and if you're new here, you're welcome. You're returning, welcome back. So today we'll be discussing about the Finland International Joint Application. It is an application that is always done every January, and it is the way that universities of applied sciences here in Finland admit students into their universities every single year. These applications are always during the January, and entrance exams are always in February, and admissions comes after that. This video is about to cover like a holistic view of what this whole process includes. At first, I will share with you what's important when considering to study here in Finland. If you're a beginner who hasn't actually applied for once in the University of Applied Sciences here in Finland, I have a video on a beginner's guide on how to go through the website where the applications are done, so you get familiarized with how it works. Every application is done in the study info website, and every information you need as regards to the nature of the entrance exam, as regards to a lot of information, Finnish education system, everything is there in a single website. So go check that video in case you haven't seen it. But today we'll be discussing about what do you have to consider first before you choose an institution, before you even decide to come to Finland for your studies. First and foremost, I would say fees. Fees are always very important. Most universities here in Finland are affordable. But the thing about being affordable is that it's individualistic. What is affordable for you might not be affordable for the other person. But I would just say it is usually within the range of 2,500 euros per academic year to even up to 10,000 euros per academic year. So you see why it's very important that you go to this study info website that I shared. I will still leave the link on this video to, go familiarize yourself with schools, different tuitions, different scholarship they offer, and on this you should be able to gather what your financial capability is and the schools that you can possibly apply to. There is some other points you should consider when deciding your fee. Why should you consider a city when making your application? This is why. Some cities are going to give you instant job, like a month or two of your stay in Finland as a student, you already have jobs even. So that if you're somebody that is self-sufficient, that is kind of supporting yourself, which is like most of us, then you should be looking forward to consider those places that has higher chances of job availability. I have a video here on 10 top cities that you can get job as a part-time worker or even a full-time worker, and that video is here. Go watch it straight after this video, so it can aid you to decide which city to apply to. Why? Because if you are paying 3,000 euros in a city that has no job, it will be hard for you to fit that bill yourself and still support your everyday needs. But if you, for instance, paying 4,000 euros in a city like Helsinki and you get admitted in Helsinki, then you are going to make that your 4,000 every year smoothly, and you are still going to make enough money that would support your daily living. So think about that. It's not just about the money, that this one is 3,000 and this one is 4,000. It's not just enough. You can be paying even as low as 2,500 in a city, but you can't afford it every year. You don't find job to be able to afford that low tuition even. So consider these things when you're deciding for a city for your study place. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and hit the like button yet up to this point, please do that. Support me by subscribing to my channel and sharing whatever that we have here to friends and families. Once you have figured out that you are available financially to try, then what you do next is to try to start getting your documents ready. Like, you need an international passport for the application. That is your identification document. And the other document you need is a proof of higher secondary education. For those of us from West Africa, you need like your WAEC or your NECO, and of course the same document that is like acknowledged in your home country as a proof of higher secondary education. So these are the two documents that you need for these applications in January. Next thing to consider is your degree program. The degree program that you would want to study. There are things that would aid you when considering a program or when considering a discipline. How interesting are those disciplines for you? What is your, like, do you have this burning desire of finding out, of knowing a bit more on a particular field that's intriguing to you? Then maybe that should be where you should be heading towards, because in general, in this life, it's always best to do the thing that you love, the things that you just can't stop talking about, the things that you'll be proud of, because work life is a long time, and if you're in the wrong discipline, my dear, you'll be exhausted even before your 2 years work experience exhausts. So look for something that interests you, a discipline that interests you for you to apply. And then another thing that you have to consider when applying is, what is my goal? Do I want to build a career in a particular discipline, or do I want to make money? I'm trying to be plain here. People have different goals in life, and it will guide you and aid you in decision making. So if you're looking forward to something, a discipline that you secure when it comes to job after graduation, then you should consider that. You should consider courses like nursing. You should consider other programs that is, you know, that has what's the programming and you know, technology, things that are like never, in fact there's like constant work for those disciplines. Then if you're looking for something that interests you, that you desire to do, regardless of if you find a job after graduation here in Finland for it, or you travel to some other country for it, just put these things in your consideration and make your choices. Another thing you would want to think about, am I applying to universities here in Finland or universities of applied sciences? I have a video on that coming up just to give you a clear definition of the difference, but it's basically that from the University of Applied Sciences is like Polytechnic, and the university is like the same university that we have back home, like University of Nigeria, like University of Calabar. And then when you graduate from a university in Finland, you can go straight for your master's. But when you graduate from a University of Applied Sciences in Finland, you need a 2-year work experience for you to be eligible for a master's program. So these are the little differences, but they are all degrees. You are still good to go, whatever you choose. In these applications, for those applying for universities of applied sciences, you do not need a proof of English language proficiency, because your English language proficiency will be examined in the entrance exam, so you don't have to worry about that. But if you are, for instance, going for a master's degree program, then, or even to a university, then you should go through their website and know what is their requirements. Some of them require a proof of English proficiency, which is like the IELTS, TOEFL, and the rest of them. So make sure that you know what your school requires by going through the school website and reading through for yourself. Other thing that you should get ready is money. Money, like, you are definitely going to be needing money for this whole process. You, even if you have a sponsor who is like sponsoring you financially, you might have to pay basic things for yourself. For instance, buying your insurance, paying for your application to finish immigration service for your residence permit, just something, you know. So in all, you need money, and if you're the one actually supporting yourself, like you are your own sponsor, then it's, you know, of course, you know, you need more money for this. So money should be at the back of your brain while you are preparing for this. Another thing you should consider is opening a bank account. When you get admitted, you would need a bank account where your sponsor would put the money he or she is sponsoring you with. So you should have an account number. And I also advise you, if you already have an account that you're using in your everyday life, don't worry about that, it's enough. But I will also advise you, just in case if you get admitted and you come to Finland, try to activate all your internet banking, online banking, mobile banking, whatever they call it, just from your home country. Have those things ready, because I have had people who come to Finland and they can't send money back and forth to home because they didn't even know they should have this internet banking activated. I can process my home bank from the comfort of my room here in Finland. So that's beautiful. You could send money between banks, send money between brothers and sisters, move money around much more flexibly than if you did not have these internet bankings activated. So do that right now. So, like I already said, the entrance exams are always January of every year. So, when it is time January, use your documents, make your application through this www.studyinfo.fi website. If you don't know how to go around that website, I have a video on that. Go check it out for beginners. And then prepare for your exam. We have few videos on the nature of the entrance exam and more are coming. So prepare yourself and write the entrance exam in February. Moving forward, let's say for some miraculous reason, which I am vouching for you, that you got admitted. Oh my goodness, congratulations in advance, guys. What other things do you need to have to start now to prepare, assuming that you will be admitted? You need to start looking into insurances. Health insurances is one of the things that is required by Finnish immigration when you apply for a residence permit. Start looking through Finnish immigration website what is required for first residence permit for a student. All the things they need from you are there. They have a list of insurance companies that they accept. I used Swisscare when I was a student. It was very simple to buy. It's online and they send you the certificate very quickly. So if that would work for you, or whatever insurance that of course is approved by Finnish Immigration Service, you can choose from whatever they have. Start looking into it, start reading through the insurance policies and getting familiarized with what it's all about. And then another thing that you should even now start to prepare is sponsorship. Guys, sponsorship is the biggest problem why people are denied residence permit for their studies. You cannot have all the struggles of trying to write exam, successfully passing entrance exam above thousands of people that will be competing with you, and then you end up being denied of your residence permit because of sponsor. So guys, get like 3 or 4 sponsors in line, like relations, friends. Start now to talk to them. Talk to your parents. How are they going to go about this? You know the monetary involvement. You need 6,720 euros in your own personal account, which will come from your sponsor. And then you're going to, in the other way, need your sponsor to prove that he can provide this same exact amount of money plus your tuition every single year. So what you need to prove is as clear as the day. But how do you prove it? The legitimacy of what you're going to show. All these things are very important. I have a video for you guys on how to tackle your sponsorship problems, what to look for while looking for a sponsor. The video is right here. Go check it out, guys. Next you should be thinking about is about this VFS Global and the Finnish Embassy in your home country, because it works so that if you get admitted, you are going to make application for residence permits based on studies, and you would have to book an appointment through the VFS Global in your home country or the nearest country to you, and book an appointment for documentation and of course like a brief interview of what you're going to do in Finland, and submit all your documents there. VFS Global is always very busy. It takes time for you to get an appointment date. So what you do is immediately you can secure yourself a study place. You book an appointment immediately to VFS. So your time will start counting. It can take even a few months before you get an appointment date. But don't worry, prepare your mind for that. And then look into Finnish embassy in your home country. For those of you from Nigeria, Nigeria has both VFS Global Office in Nigeria in Abuja, and as well as Finnish embassy also in Abuja. So everything you need is right there. For those of you come from other African countries, of course, you know the respective countries you should go for these things. And if you have any questions regarding a particular course or a particular institution, please write an email to that particular institution. The thing about communication here is that they get back to you within 48 hours. Like, they are that efficient when it comes to responding to email. I wish you the best of luck in all your pursuits to studying here in Finland, and let's keep in touch. So that is it, guys. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section. Support your girl by liking and subscribing to my channel, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all in my next video. Bye, guys.